pretty. I think my hero is pretty good in this game. I'm just maybe afraid of Pudge early rotations and the game getting late.
Yeah, I mean, the Clinkz against Spectre matchup, obviously, if Spectre gets a lot of items and stuff, and you guys don't have any Rax advantage yet,
Yeah, it's
be
very
really
hard.
Yeah, but you have a pretty big window where Spectre is not exactly online yet, and you can melt her. But I say you wanna aim for like to take at least one side before, before 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some decent catch against the Ember, but it's not a bad Ember game. They can't really kill him that well, so should be okay. And then you have like your three other heroes are insanely strong. I mean, Lich, Night Stalker, Bird Shaker. Yeah. No,
Yeah, but the Lich is 2k. I think the player is 2k.
Right.
I think it's a balanced shuffle game, so
Mm-hmm.
so the game should be pretty balanced.
Yeah.
But this will give you an idea of maybe my not necessarily my ranked matches, because it's gonna be a bit more reliant on me this game,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm probably like 2,000 MMR higher. I don't know. The average is probably 4,500.
First blood, and you had better get used to it.
Alright, Spectre. Not having a great start, so yeah, I mean, Clinkz's DK is kind of interesting. His Fire Breath doesn't affect you that much because, you know, a lot of damage comes from the Searing Arrows, from minus armor, from ult plus damage, so like all of that's not really, like the fire only affects plus damage from stats. And yeah, he does have armor, but then again, he kind of wants the front line, which means it'll be easy for you to hit him. But of course, Wisp is your first, like your primary target every single fight.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? If you didn't say that, like I know that in theory, but I think when I fight, I don't think about it that much, and I usually go for like the juicy targets, like Spectre.
Yeah. Thing is, every hero on their team does something, right? And like, yeah, you can kind of distribute the effectiveness. You can say that, you know, especially when they get farm, DK or Spectre do more than the Wisp, because Wisp just enables them, which is true. But you know, killing even I mean, this is even assuming that they're not the ones that are actually tethered and being healed and stuff. Even assuming that's not the case, you know, maybe it takes you, I don't know, 6 seconds of hitting to kill one of those.
Okay. Okay. This Nyx, I'm not able to pressure him out of the lane. It feels like he's just like my mana's actually getting quite low.
Yeah, you don't have mana item yet though, but it's also you had level 1 arrows till now. Yeah, he only has one tango left, which he just used, so. But yeah, the point is, killing Wisp takes like 2 seconds, and then the fight's already 5v4. So that's why it's an obvious.
Right.
Same with killing the Pudge, unless he goes for some. I mean, if he's smart, he would go for like a Solar Crest, then you cannot kill him. But most Pudges are not that smart, so he's gonna go something like Tranquils into Edelens, leave him with very, very low armor, meaning you, despite his high HP, you can still melt him. So killing one of those first before they can actually get to do anything in the fight is probably ideal. And
yeah,
again, this depends a lot on what
positioning.
What spells are actually using. Like, let's say because the Pudge, you know, killing the Pudge before he ults, that's really great, because essentially you just prevented like one of their, you know, big disables, like a lot of their damage and stuff. But if your Pudge, if the Pudge is like eating someone, or like already used his ult, and then you start killing him, that's like a waste because he already got a spell off, so he's not a good target anymore. And Wisp's impact is kind of constant because he's constantly healing people and tethering and stuff, so that's why Wisp is pretty much always good target to focus.
Yeah.
And of course the Wisp knows that, so you should be prepared. Like, he will buy a defensive item. I guess the most common are Glimmer and Ghost. So be prepared for what he goes for. If he goes Glimmer, make sure you have a Dust.
Okay. But if he gets Glimmer, basically I just get a Dust, right?
Yeah. And if he goes Ghost, well, you probably can't insta-get a Diffusal. I think you want to get the Soul Ring before the Medallion. For that you need to lock the Blightstone.
Okay, I usually get the medallion first. But okay.
I mean, the thing is, because you're running out of mana, right? And Soul Ring is going to give you more mana. Especially now that you have to cast your ult. And especially because it's the Nyx who's also mana burning you. So you can like activate Basilius here, push the lane a bit. Nyx doesn't really deal that well with a bunch of creeps. So it's gonna give you time to eat the neutral with your ult. And
Oh, he could go for a stun and
yeah. He's actually getting a lot of damage on the tower. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know if that was intentional, but you know, if you hit the creeps and, like next to him, he doesn't actually know who the arrow is going for.
yeah.
Just freeze the bait.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, you could finish the medallion now and use on a creep so you can push. Don't forget to rebuy the Blightstone.
Mm. Well, this lane's going very well.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting the quick tower, so you don't really even have to make a choice between committing for the tower or actually pressuring other lanes, because you already got the tower, so you're already free to pressure other lanes. Let's say bring out like, yeah, Clarities, maybe some raindrop as well. I don't think TP is that necessary for Clinkz, because you have your
Yeah, I think.
skeleton
Yeah,
lock.
me too.
Also, sometimes maybe prioritize like level 2 invis over the level 4 arrows.
Okay.
So now, what's your?
So now my idea is to get the towers into the other lanes or get a kill on a Wisp or Pudge.
Mm-hmm. By the way, minor detail here, but you know, Soul Ring is 150 and your ult is 100, so you can use 5. You should use 5 searing arrows, or you're gonna lose that mana anyway. Yeah, DK is probably not exactly the guy you want to go for, unless he gets baited out. Yeah. You might as well hit the tower now. That's unfortunate. Okay, 2-shot the wisp. The wisp had 0 charges there, but wisp was literally 2 hits, so...
Yeah, okay. So you would have aimed the wisp for there.
Yeah, because... I mean, all time to actually check if he has... Because if he does have charges, then and you're hitting the Nyx, you're not gonna kill anyone.
Hmm.
Arms for the dead.
Do you think I can kill the Spectre? I think I have a chance.
Yeah, for sure, there's a... we have a Medallion. If you click on him, he doesn't have Poor Man's Shield even. No Urn, no Aquila, nothing.
Especially when he's doing a neutral.
Yeah. So you pretty much want to sit right on top of him. Thing is...
Oh, he didn't even...
Okay, now when he's out in the open, that's a good moment.
Oh, his reaction was the wrong reaction.
Yeah, he actually could have walked like this, and...
He could just walked into the trees, and I wouldn't be able to...
Yeah, then he has time to dagger too. Yeah, that's why you want to kind of position yourself...
ahead of him or in that area, yeah.
Yeah, or like in the only area where he could walk in the trees, basically. So either he walks out into the open, or he walks into you.
Yeah. Okay, I rarely get Medallion on, I rarely get raindrops on Clinkz, but it's definitely really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a permanent mini clarity or something. You can see it that way. It's just so cheap though.
Okay, problem now, I'll keep the Blightstone.
Back
I can...
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the hammer is more damage than the Blightstone.
No, I mean, I'll keep the Blightstone over the raindrops. When I'm going for the kill, I'll switch it in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. I gotta go to the mid. This Dragon Knight looks pretty weak as well.
Yeah, he has a stun though. I expect to keep it out. I mean, he'll just stun you. Or not. He used his mana on the fire, so he didn't mana for stun. Alright, I definitely don't think you should...
So that's your...
What?
That's the level of play, I guess. So,
Yeah.
So you're gonna say something about that?
No, I just want to say about the build, like, I think you should prioritize the skeleton walk a bit more. I feel like the...
Yeah, normally I
Third point,
prioritize the skeleton walk. I think I just kind of misclicked there. Like, but yeah, I normally prioritize the skeleton walk.
Because the strafe really is more for the split push or the sieging.
Yeah. Or hitting the towers. That's what I realized as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like 1 level is not enough though. I usually try to get 2 levels.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 levels is okay. Like what you did, the 2 and that 2 and the skeleton is like, it's fine, but definitely not
3 and 2, yeah.
And you could even, like, let's say, I mean, this game especially, like, not like you're exactly having damage issues. You could even leave the arrows on 3, so you max the invis earlier.
Right, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, there are
Well, we're stomping this game. Yeah.
a couple heroes that have like all their spells are like linear scaling, and it's like equal usefulness. So yeah.
Oh shit! I ran out of the invis. I didn't realize.
That's that level 2 there. Right, so
he's
misclicked the medallion, but still worked out.
Yeah, I misclicked.
Oh, so close.
If I medallioned him, yeah. Okay, that was horrible because my invis ran out and that's why he just backed off.
Yeah. If you medallion him, you would kill him faster, but also if you didn't medallion anyone, you would have more armor, so you wouldn't die to the creeps that quick.
Okay, so so this is the time where usually this is my main build. Okay, and I look at their heroes and I can't think of, nothing really stands out to me, and also like no item stands out to me
As in
right now. And yeah, as the next item, and halberd. I mean, like Dragonlance is usually an item I'm not too sure when to buy.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't go Dragonlance here because the way, like, this is a little bit of a skirmer split push game. You know, they have a Nyx, they have a Wisp, they have some Spectre as well, some global presence. You have Ember with global presence, and the way this game is going, kind of just running around, right, getting pickoffs. Like what we talked about, you don't really want to trade farm with Spectre. Like, sure, you want to push early.
Yeah.
But, you know, basically, I mean, this is not a bad game for Dragonlance, that's for sure. It makes the sieging obviously safer, more, you know, more distance between yourself and the pudge, so you can hit tower without being that afraid of getting hooked. More space to maneuver, but I would go for Lincoln's, I think, because Lincoln's allows you to actually let's have a fight.
Okay.
Like, their only hard lockdown, reliable lockdown, is the Dragon Tail and the Dismember, and Lincoln's lets you deal with that. So for example, without Lincoln's, if you go on the pudge, he can walk up to you, eat you, you get chains, then you die.
Right.
Or same
okay.
with
Yeah, I
DK.
didn't even. I obviously you taught.
Yeah.
You taught me to get Lincoln's last time, but it's an item that I often I don't think about.
Yeah, and same with the DK, right? And
Yeah.
thing is, those heroes not really gonna buy an item to break Lincoln's early either, so suddenly they don't have an answer if you go on them
Yeah.
with the Lincolns.
Fire grows hungrier the more it's fed.
Shame in searing heat. Fear not your death.
Quiet, don't worry. Not one piece of bristles shall I waste.
Yeah, the other thing to consider is with your item, you know, like kind of how it works with your team. So for example, you know, Lincoln's, the purpose is that, okay, DK and Pudge can't like use their spell on you. You could say Orchid does the same thing basically, but
Yeah.
here the difference is, for example, you already have a Night Stalker who has a single target silence, which is basically the same as Orchid, and you even have Ember with chains. So like pretty good reasons to get, you know, Mantas or a Lotus Orb down the line.
Okay, so do I get my I get the Perseverance over the Ultimate Orb here?
No, I mean, I'll get the Ultimate Orb. Actually gives you damage and attack speed. I mean, the Perseverance also gives you damage, but
Deceptive.
like you have percentage-based mana regen already from the Soaring and the Medallion, so Int is nice.
My fire is quenched.
So yeah, make sure you click on the Wisp before you go on him. He doesn't have any defensive stuff. Literally 2-shot.
Okay. Okay, I can kill this guy now. Okay, this DK is too tank.
Yeah, he has an armlet, so... Yeah, but he's not really a threat to you either, so you can just kill everyone else. So there's a Spectre, you can go for her.
Yeah, I think I can.
A little bit of time left on your ult. Probably want to pop Soaring before the strafe.
Okay, makes sense. My ult's just about running out.
Yeah, Ember's tipping in though, so should be easy.
My order was wrong. I used the Soaring afterwards. Oops.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
still
it's
you see
still using yeah.
didn't lose any mana after, so it was more than 15 hits.
太深了，太深了，太深了。Okay.
So now you wanna make sure at least you put the recipe on the courier. And this is just general, like, honestly I do it even in team games, because even with a team, like, okay, you're supposed to have, you know, a good communication, coordination with the courier and stuff, but you know, realistically, like, using the courier, it's not easy. I mean, even the best teams like mess up sometimes, and so to avoid that, you know, you can afford your item, but you don't have it because someone used the courier. Just the moment you can afford the recipe, you just put it on the courier.
Yes.
And if no one uses it, then sure, you can bring it out with the perseverance as well. But if someone uses it, then you take your recipe and you finish the perseverance from the sideshow.
Yeah.
But see, that's why there's, I meant to put on the recipe, because that's something you only get from the base. But the void stone you can get from the side shop too, so for that.
Oh, the recipe's on there. It's in the backpack.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And the reason you want to put that on as soon as possible is because you cannot get it anywhere else, but you can get the void stone from the side shop. So
Yeah.
not that much rush to put it on there, because yeah. I mean, in this particular case, it doesn't matter too much, but.
Okay. I think if you didn't tell me to go Lincoln's, I probably would have got Diffusal, because I feel like if I get a Diffusal, I can definitely, like, 100% kill Spectre.
Sorry to interrupt, but you want to run bottom here, because you see the creeps are at the tier 3. You can actually do some damage. The whole team is dead.
Okay, but by the time I get there, Punch will be up.
Yeah, I mean, I said it like 5 seconds after seeing it. But yeah, you can get maybe a Spectre kill, you can get a Wisp kill maybe. Point is, you don't want to be like randomly pushing creeps mid on your side of the map as a Clinkz. You force the TP, Spectre has to go regen, so this is not a bad move.
Right.
And again, your Ember's job is to push out the lanes. So. If you see he's not doing it, then just tell him, like, yo Ember, look at these creeps stop. You have to push that out.
Hey Ember, look at these creeps stop. They're juicy. They give a lot of gold.
Yeah. But that's why Ember Clinkz is a really nice combination, because not just for what they do. She does actually more than half his HP. Yeah, unfortunately Shaker holding on
Didn't help me.
a bit too long on the Fissure there, not sure why.
So actually, Nyx is a hero that I really feel like I have difficulties dealing with.
It's the ultimate hero against split pushing, basically. Only thing I can say is, for like games where you kind of do everything on your own, I find myself sometimes buying my own sentries against Nyx, because that really is the only way to deal with him. Like, because you don't buy dust so you can kill him. You don't want to kill him because he's annoying and like difficult to kill. All you need to do is evade him, and yeah, the stun cannot be countered by like Lincoln's or anything, but if you see him coming, then yeah, that's the answer basically. There's no like definite solution to the hero though. I mean, it's again like he has a unique combination of spells, you know, invisibility and like
Yeah,
stun.
he's got a defensive spell and he's got an aggressive yeah, like
Well, if you compare him to, there are a bunch of Invis heroes in the game, right? But he's the only Invis hero with a stun. Like
yeah.
Clinkz, Bounty, Weaver, Ricky, Brood. I mean, no one else has a stun in their kits. So in that sense, yeah, like that's what makes him very valuable. Like that's the thing that he offers that no other hero does.
Okay, I might actually die here.
So yeah, this is like unnecessarily risky. And yeah, the thing with Roche is, especially like the way the game has been kind of changing, I feel like just as many times as I see like Roche being good for a team, you know, helping them go high ground and stuff, I've also seen like a team kind of throw their lead away because of a Roche that they didn't really need in the first place. Because if you think about it, like being ahead means you have like map control, right? You control the lanes.
Yeah.
You know what the enemy is up to and stuff. Everyone is in a good position, so the enemies can't really split up. And when you go for Roche, you kind of forfeit all of that to get an Aegis.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And like that
Oh my
trade.
god.
Right. Spectre wasn't paying attention. So that trade itself is already. Oh, there's a wisp here. That trade
Yeah, that
itself.
trade itself is already bad.
It's not necessarily bad. It's like questionable. It's not always good. But then if you factor in any kind of risk of them actually, you know, killing you or getting gauges or getting the Roche or whatever, then suddenly it becomes really, really bad because it's a move that you force, like a situation that you create that might actually benefit the enemy. So
Yeah.
and the thing is, not getting Roche is not really like bad for you. And again, it kind of depends. Like, sure, there are some heroes that kind of need an Aegis, like the way they work. Let's see if we can think of an example, but like, for example, Medusa is kind of a like great Aegis hero, and you don't really want to go high ground with Medusa unless you have an Aegis usually. Because it's a hero that everyone sits behind, tank stuff, etc. But you know, hero like Clinkz, I mean, we talked about that, right? You don't really siege with your team behind you while you tank spells and stuff. No, you kind of, you know, backdoor the Rex or split push the Rex. The enemy team is distracted, and for that you don't need a.
Oh my god.
You don't really need an Aegis to achieve it. Alright, he actually wasted the Dismember here. But the Dragon Tail is gonna come off cooldown. Oh, there's Shaker, let's see.
Oh, I'm so low.
You have Lincoln now, so nothing to be scared of. Just keep walking.
Oh my god.
I mean, the thing is, like, we mentioned, you cannot really kill him even with your ult active. You didn't have your ult active even there, so.
But I'm sure he, like, I didn't think I could die because I thought Nick's backed off. But, yeah.
Yeah, but what do you achieve there though? Because it's like when you turned, he was at, I don't know, 70% HP, and you were at like 40 or 30.
Yeah.
And he deals more damage to you than you deal to him. So.
Your top tower is under attack.
Okay, so yeah, so Clinkz, he's not really an Aegis hero. Because he's not like that good of a team fighter. He's not supposed to be caught anyway.
Exactly, and not to mention, like, if you're pushing high ground and stuff, and then okay, they kill you, you respawn without your ult active, like maybe with even strafe on cooldown, then like the hero is pretty weak.
Yeah. Okay. So what item should I get now? Maybe Blink.
Could go Blink if you want to fully commit, but I think it's a bit early. I think you can get some more damage first, maybe to become a bit more of a threat to the DK. I would say
Right.
you could go for like an MKB because Dragon Knight had a Sanj, so quite likely he's gonna have Halberd, or maybe he gets Sanj Asher first and then gets Halberd after that. So you're gonna need some True Strike. So MKB seems pretty. Yeah, there we go.
He's already got a halberd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Either that or BKB. Then that's like another way to make sure you don't actually get Halberd. But again, BKB is kind of the item where it's like, when you get it, you kind of want to end the game soon after that. So it's kind of up to you how pressured you feel.
Right. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of games where you have an advantage, but then when you push high ground, you get killed. You get the racks, but you get killed, and then they get so much comeback gold, and then it's like...
Yeah, trading racks for your life when you're ahead is not really worth it.
Okay, and then the other thing is, this guy's got... someone's got a defusal, and I nearly died because of that.
It looked like that, but it wasn't really the case. And you mean the Spectre, right? Spectre doesn't have a defusal. I know it looked like you got purged, but you didn't. Also, your Lincolns would have triggered if that was the case. Yeah, so this is where again you're in the wrong side of the river, because this is like a very defensive position. Imagine you were farming the camps like on the bottom lane, you know, under their ward. The moment you see them all top killing the Shaker, you would have like an opportunity to run up to the racks maybe. Now there's no creeps, so you cannot really... actually no, yeah, run bottom. Bottom is about to push in. So ignore the creeps, just pay attention to the tower and notice when the backdoor protection drops. It dropped, and now you can just go take. Maybe it was live. Yes.
The enemy's bottom
And yeah, now shrines are opened up.
Right, so you can check the tower to see if the backdoor prediction is gone.
Yeah. And keep in mind also it drops instantly when creeps enter the radius, but when creeps leave the radius, there's quite a long delay. I'm not exactly sure, I think it's like 10, maybe 15 seconds before it comes back up. So in that sense, it's kind of like a bit favors like the aggressor.
The rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only need the creep to like enter there just for a moment, and you have like a pretty big window.
Okay, but it doesn't even need to go up the hill, right?
Sorry?
It doesn't need to go up the hill.
No. I mean, again, you can check it. It happened when it reached this blue marker. Actually, maybe the blue marker is for that radius. Yeah, the other thing is, let's say creeps reach bottom. Okay, you want to at least hit it once here to apply the Desolator debuff on the shrine. The other important thing is, let's say the creeps walk up the ramp bottom lane. It's pretty obvious that like everyone will go there.
You're gonna rat bottom, but you can rat another tower.
Yeah, but the thing is, the enemy team will go bottom because they see the creeps there.
Yeah.
That's where it's very much better if you go to a different lane.
Okay. I need to think more about where I'm farming the jungle and where I'm getting my creeps so I can.
And this is where you tell your
transition
Ember
into...
to push out the wave top, because that's on your side of the river. And Ember can do that without wasting any time because he has boots of travel and river. And it takes him like 5 seconds to kill a wave. It takes you like 20 seconds to kill a wave.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm pretty far away, but I want to get a creep. Okay, I should go.
Okay, you can get a creep from there, jungle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to
you see
think
now,
about...
your team is fighting bottom. Your creeps are bottom. You wanna like get ready to maybe hit top or mid. But the backdoor is not off yet, I think. However, if the enemy team like walks very far out, then you can also just go behind them. Yeah, so the backdoors are off because the creeps actually. But you actually froze off. Yeah. No, it wasn't off. It wasn't off, but they used glyphs. So
No,
I mean, it regened, so. I clicked on the tower. You can see there's
Oh my
actually an
God.
icon for it.
I'm gonna run out of dust. Dust this off.
They placed the sentry.
That hook got me.
Yeah, that's
Actually, okay.
uh,
Tower protection. Okay, yeah, the tower protection. Armor of nearby. Okay.
no tower
yeah,
protection.
okay.
Not the same thing. It's called
Yeah,
backdoor
yeah.
protection.
But, yeah, but it doesn't have a picture. It just has like a circle.
The thing is, right now it's off. When it's on, you'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I know. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now, like, see, I die there. Obviously, I die there because, okay, I got hooked. But if I had a halberd, I could force myself, and I probably wouldn't die.
You mean a pike?
Yeah, yeah. I think in a lot of areas, if I had a pike, I wouldn't die. A lot of times.
I mean,
Or blink. Actually, blink's better. Yeah.
okay. The thing is, yeah, if you have an item that makes you more survivable, you can put yourself in more dangerous situations and still survive. But if you don't have the item, then don't put yourself in those situations. And the
Okay.
reason we bought MKB, for example, is so that you have the option of targeting the DK in fights, and also like preemptively dealing with many other evasion sources which they could go for. Like Solar Crest is pretty common against Clinkz. Yeah, MKB is not really. It's still not bad though. Also for buildings, I mean, 66 damage is not like that amazing, but it's something. It makes you hit buildings harder.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm thinking, oh, well, in a normal game now, I'd go for Roche.
Yeah, but why? You don't see anyone on the map. So what makes you say like this is a good moment to go Roche? That's yours. That's 250 gold. So now is where you want to think. All right, which lane is gonna push in? Where's the action gonna happen? So you want to be on the opposite lane, hitting buildings there. So you can tell your team, for example, all right, guys, push in top and go bottom, so I can get the Rex bottom, or push in bottom, so I can get the Rex top. Yeah, right now bottom is pushing in, and you're in a good
Yeah,
spot.
actually the backdoor protection's gone.
Yeah. And so now the enemy team is panicking. They're like, holy shit, someone needs to run back. Meanwhile, others are dying. So see, you got those 2 kills. Okay, now you shouldn't go back in though because you don't see anyone.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, that might have been a feat. Maybe you survived, but you deserve to die there because there was no reason to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, like those 2 kills, you basically enabled them because they had to give up those kills. Like their allies had to leave them to die because otherwise you would take the Rex. So, like the point of what you did there is to make those 2 safe kills happen, and they happened. So there's no reason to, I don't know, stick around after that.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I stick around and then I like get myself killed.
And just think about what. Okay, now you should be running towards that.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, but my strafe was on cooldown, so I'm like timing it with my strafe. So
Alright.
now I don't actually know where they are.
yeah, okay, so now we don't do it. Ember is dead. That's your main lane pusher, so you can expect the lanes to not be in the greatest spot for a bit. And you also don't really want to do stuff. But however, like these guys, if they run out like that. Also, did you click on Wisp items?
No.
Yeah, he has a glimmer now, so you're kind of don't really have the slots anymore. I mean, you can actually replace the brown boots with dust if you want to have the option of killing Wisp.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I would say like obviously there's a fight going on, so you could have been ratting, but then again, couldn't really have expected your team to take a fight when Ember is dead. So.
Yeah. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh my god.
Lucky day. Yeah, the other thing is also with this Roche, like again, it depends on how quickly you can take it. So now sell your... Where are you running? Why that way?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I was
So-
eating a creep. I want to eat it safely because I don't have, you know.
So you have Aegis and Lincoln, so what in the Nimbus, how... Sell your Soaring and Zayas. Put Medallion in backpack, or no, put Brown Boots in backpack, you can buy the Blink. Tell Ember to stop farming jungle and to push out top. He should not be showing top. Because now they see Clinkz top, okay, maybe he's gonna push top soon. Or tell your Ember to like, create some action bottom maybe. And you can go for top Rex.
So I shouldn't show, even though it can push the lane.
There's no one of the enemy team showing. Also, not sure why you're not invisible right now.
Yeah.
Basically remind your Ember that he should be using a Sleight of Fist on lane creeps and not on jungle creeps. That's kind of the point of his hero. Because as Ember's farming the jungle, mid is pushing out for him, and now suddenly Lich is the one pushing in mid, which is way slower and less efficient than Ember doing it.
Okay, so now I don't know, like, you know, I can't see inside their base, so I don't know if, like, who's waiting for me top, because I just could be waiting for
Yeah,
me.
so just wait. Sometimes, like right now, the best place to sit here and wait. Showing yourself is not beneficial because your team is gonna get the creeps to the base anyway. Okay, now your team is running top, so you can maybe run bottom instead. Your team is not really doing the right thing, but you can still adjust.
Illuyalia.
Tell them that if they go top, you can get bottom Rex. They just need to... Okay, now... Did you click on Pudge? Did you see his items?
Yeah, he's got a 4-star.
Yeah, that's very important. No, you're not gonna go on the Pudge. You're not gonna go on the Pudge.
Are you serious? I was gonna blink.
Nice. Eat a creep and run back instantly. Or yeah, maybe you don't even need a creep. Care for the next hook.
Okay. Okay, my Ember's gonna die. Oh.
So you got the Rex, but it's not very good because you lost Aegis and you died after that again. They only used the Nyx buyback. It's not like terrible, but again there was no reason for it. Like you were just impatient. Like the DD basically
too slow. I blinked too slow. Yeah, and the DD, yes, the DD definitely made me go in earlier than I should have.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a good time I could get BKB. Or sometimes I get Satanic. But yeah, I think I need
definitely think
BKB to do
BKB
it.
is much better than Satanic here.
Okay, so it's actually gotten a lot later than I thought it would. And, you know, I think Spectre's going to come online eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where with the BKB you're gonna look towards ending somewhat soon. At least you have megas on one side, melee megas, so that's gonna help you push out. Just, I would say, like, again, remind your Ember to really put more emphasis on actually killing creep waves, making sure the creep waves push in. Because yeah, you only need creeps on one side for you to be able to hit buildings.
Oh my god. He echoed.
Should be able to still catch her.
Mm.
A bit slow on his blink. Nice. Oh, the MKB stun. Okay, cancel this burrow. Yeah, you might as well sell the medallion as well now so you can afford the BKB sooner.
Oh, I had blink. I didn't even.
Illusion.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Alright, DK out of position. Never mind. But maybe you can go on the pudge. Yeah, that's where you can chill a bit, wait for the Ember to push out top.
I should get BKB.
I mean, you might as well use Strafe for this. I mean, now it's too late, but you're not gonna be using him in the next 25 seconds to push anyway. Where are you going now?
Okay, I have BKB now.
Then why are you giving up your position like that?
Going to get my item.
But that's what the query is for. It's kind of dangerous, you don't see anyone. Alright, DK bottom. Can assume he has backup. Action happening, run top.
Okay, but I have no creep.
Sustains. Ghost remains.
Okay, keep paying attention, you don't see anyone now. Let's see if they go back to bottom and respond or not. Okay, your team just killed him, that's great. There's no reason for you to be bottom right now. There's only range racks left and your whole team is there.
The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
Alright, perfect. Melee down,
The enemy's top barracks have fallen.
range down.
The enemy's top barracks have fallen.
It's still 4 versus 3, but you don't have your shaker. It might be a bit hard to. Well, you can do some damage, I think, to the tower. You see them. I mean, you
Yeah.
just like. He even missed the stun on you.
The enemy's
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
tower has fallen.
And from here, you just wait for the BKB cooldown. Maybe you get one more item. Place the boots with. Could go for an AC, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm. I quite like Satanic,
Okay, well,
but I guess if I'm just hitting towers, then it's
like,
no,
what does
no
Satanic
use.
let you do that you can't do otherwise?
Hit blade mail.
Has fallen.
Okay, do you wanna hit blade on people or do you wanna get mega creeps?
I want to get mega creeps.
Yeah.
Okay, what does this item let me do that I can't do otherwise? That's the question I should be always asking myself.
Yeah. Alright, you're gonna have backdoor taken off from bottom, so BKB up in 18. Probably try get at least.
Why aren't you Tyler? Why aren't you Tyler with PKB? Yo Sombe.
You can tell your Ember to like BOT in and try to do something random. Alright, that was very close. Kinda counting on the Wisp having bad reaction.
The rune of illusion.
Time.
Silence.
Chained in searing heat.
You expected daylight to protect you?
put cheese instead of boots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you won. So see there, instead of hitting the blade mail guy, you could also just hit the DK instead. Didn't need a satanic to do that, change targets.
Yeah, maybe I played too many melee heroes.
Yeah, fair enough, if you're... yeah. But even then, like... I don't think you...
Yeah.
yeah. The case where you buy
just-
satanic to deal with a blade mail, it's quite rare.
So you don't think Satanic's very good on... I mean, I think Satanic... Just because Clinkz just has so much physical damage, you know, and... yeah, like, he does so much damage, so the Satanic obviously heals a lot.
Yeah, okay, but so basically, if you're man fighting someone with Clinkz,
That's not the idea with Clinkz.
I mean, there are a couple scenarios. Like, first of all, you do a lot of damage, so most heroes just cannot man fight you because, like, they'll die first. Then, if they are man fighting you, okay, there's like, either they're too tanky for you to kill, in which case the Stanek doesn't change that fact because, okay, you survive longer, but you're still not killing them because they're too tanky. So neither of you is dying, but if neither of you is dying, but they're tanking a Clinkz damage, then actually they're the ones, you know, coming out ahead because, yeah. That's in the case of the DK. And in the case of the Spectre, okay, she can man fight you because she has a blade mail, but like if you buy Satanic so you can deal with the blade mail, like you're buying a 5.5k gold item, or I don't know how much it is exactly, to deal with a 2k gold item, you know, that doesn't really...
So how do you normally deal with blade mails?
The thing is, I mean, again, there are some heroes where, okay, you have to kill that guy, and so then, yeah, but it's just like a blade mail, like you don't have to focus that target, you know. That's why, because, okay, let's put it this way, I'm not explaining very well. If you're a different hero, like where basically the only thing you can do, your only option to fight is to try and hit someone and kill them, and your best target suddenly buys a blade mail, then okay, it kind of makes more sense. But in the case of a Clinkz, you already prefer hitting buildings anyway, regardless of what items the enemies have. So if they have a blade mail, like, then suddenly, wow, even more reason to hit buildings and not hit heroes. So then, like, why would you go Satanic, basically?
Okay. In those last few fights, I hardly ever... Oh, okay, so the reason why I go Satanic is because I feel like I need to man fight. Like, I feel like I need to team fight. That's, yeah, I feel like I need to team fight. Like, the game is probably, like, gone not so well, and, like I had a game where Anti-mage got pretty big, and I feel like Anti-mage is one of those here. I'm pretty good against him, but then later on, I'm not that good against him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a game, actually, if you see if I can find it. It was pretty early on, like more than 10 matches ago. No, actually, I can't find it. Well,
I mean,
it's like very hard.
all way to look at it is to think about...
Okay, I found it. Basically, like, it was I dominated the Anti-mage in the lane. He didn't even go Battle Fury, but luckily he had a Magnus. And then Magnus empowered him, and he got Mantle first. And then he got Battle Fury afterwards. And my items were... I had a Diffusal. I'm pretty sure I had a Diffusal. It's not showing I have a Diffusal now. Okay, I'm pretty sure I had a Diffusal, but it's not showing that I have one. But I have a Diffusal, and I had a Hex, so he had an Ags, and I could always Hex him. Oh, actually, this is not the game I had Diffusal. Anyway, he had Ags, but I had Hurricane Pipe, so I could always Hex him. But he was just too tank. I could never solo kill him, and my team, like, I feel like maybe I just can't rely on them, but I can't deal with the Anti-mage anymore. Basically, I can't deal with the Anti-mage anymore. Maybe I made mistakes earlier on because we had a bit of an advantage. It was it was Lich and Anti-mage mid, and I actually won the lane because I obviously Clink's pretty decent and can keep harassing them. And then we got an advantage, but we just couldn't push high ground.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I should have ratted. Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
we
I
can
think
put
this
it-
game. I think I've learnt about. Okay, I've got to stay like keep my position a bit more closer to their racks, so that whenever a fight happens, I can immediately transition. If the lanes are pushed well enough, there, I can immediately transition to ratting.
Yeah. And even if even if you're behind and like they're actually pushing, it's still better to be on their side, because again, all you need is one lane, and trading racks is much more effective for a Clinkz than trying to team fight. Again, I mean, it kind of depends on the matchups. Like sometimes, okay, maybe you can easily win a fight if you're there, but that depends. But generally speaking, like the hero strength is in split pushing. And the other thing is how many ranged heroes can actually man fight melee heroes. I mean, that's kind of the whole like basic concept, right? Melee heroes are stronger at man fighting, but their weakness is that they're melee, so ranged heroes can actually hit them without getting hit themselves. And there are like a million ways to enable that situation, but basically ranged heroes have the positional advantage. So itemizing in order to be able to man fight the melee hero as a ranged hero in general is like already a kind of a weird situation where but what the other thing I wanted to say is like the heroes that Satanic actually is good on, if we look at those, then we kind of see how Clinkz differs from them. So for example, Luna, SF, probably the first two that come to mind, Gyro, as Satanic heroes, right? Can agree on that.
Okay.
Troll Warlord, I guess, but that's more like later into the game. But yeah, so if you look at Luna, Gyro, and SF, I would say like those are the top three.
Yeah.
What do they have in common? So first of all, they are all three immobile. Don't have any kind of movement spell.
Yeah.
Second, they have...
Okay, yeah. They're immobile, so they're forced to hold their position and fight.
Exactly. Second, they all three of them have some form of AoE magic damage, which makes them good team fighters. Because their spells are more effective the more heroes they hit. Again, Clinkz, not the case at all. He's a single target as it gets, you know.
Yeah.
And there's like some that are kind of in between. I guess Sniper, in his case, it's a little bit different. Still, you know, he still has like solid AoE damage with Shrapnel, and like it's slow, and he often builds Mjolnir. I mean, pretty much every game you build Mjolnir on a Sniper, so you are a decent team fighter. In his case, it's a little bit different. It's more like, you want to usually focus down someone, and Blade Maul does actually kind of hurt you a lot, even if it's not the guy you're focusing, like all the Mjolnir bounces, the Shrapnel. So that's why Satanic on Sniper is a bit more viable, but it's still not something, like you're not gonna go second or even third item Satanic or Sniper in the majority of cases, because again, you have the highest range in the game. You can just switch targets if you want.
Yeah.
And actually the Blade Maul reflecting Shrapnel and Mjolnir, like that's magic damage, so you could also just get a BKB instead.
Yeah. What about PA?
Okay, PA, that's another good example. So throughout most of the early parts of the game, PA doesn't really commit to a fight unless it's favorable, so usually just throw daggers or you jump someone that's out of position, and you only actually go in when the enemy starts retreating, because they can't win the fight anymore.
Yeah.
So that's like a non-commitment style of play, which is, you know, the way that, I don't know, an Ember plays or a Weaver plays, basically. And then when you get a BKB, that's when PA can become a bit more of an initiator, because you BKB, you go in, they can't really deal with you, and that like allows your team to get some kind of follow-up initiation. But the moment the BKB starts running out, unless again the enemy's on the retreat, unless they're on retreat, then you kind of have to get out with the PA. So the moments where you actually get satanic on PA are when again it has to be very late. And the other big thing is obviously you don't really buy satanic unless you already have a BKB, because
Yeah,
you need to
yeah,
ensure that you
is
can
it-
actually hit.
Yeah.
So
But then a lot of the times when you're low, you've already used your BKB.
yeah, that's the thing, right? That's where heroes like again the three top satanic heroes, Luna, SF, Gyro, they
Oh,
actually
I can think of one more.
what?
Huskar.
Okay, yeah, Huskar, kind of similar. He is actually single target. He even has a lifesteal talent, and yeah, his case is a little bit different because Huskar is like pretty much always paired with some healing or saving support. But again, he's a similar hero. That's why also healing and saving supports work so well with Gyro, Luna, and SF. In fact, I would say SF is kind of weak right now anyway. But yeah, like if you want to play SF, you kind of need a healer with him or a saving support in order for the hero to really work. But yeah, so the point is those heroes, they can afford to save their BKB because they actually like deal a lot of spread damage. So the only time they have to BKB is when the kind of like the whole enemy team commits on them, if that makes sense. Or like the enemy team has to commit something big of their own to actually really threaten them. Like you can't just harass the Luna when you know the glaives are flying everywhere, or like harass the Gyro as his flak is like bouncing on everyone. You know, if you want to go,
Right.
you actually have to commit something, and then when you commit something, then they can also commit their BKB, and it's fine. Whereas with PA, obviously, first of all, you're the one committing first if you're jumping. That's the one moment you. But also, PA is not a sieging hero because she's melee. If a PA is like attacking your tower, you can just throw a couple spells and okay, the PA has the back, or yeah, you can force the BKB
Okay.
much easier.
Wow, this game is so complex. So many things to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, I think these guys, they are gonna play again, but I'm just waiting for them to create the So from that game, yeah, I learned like positioning for someone who's a split pusher. Definitely want to position closer to their base.
Yeah, and
The games I've played a few Clinkz games. It's hard for me to play the games when I'm behind. Like if I lose the lane, it's pretty difficult to. I can't really solo kill anyone.
yeah, this again where I mean, if you notice this game, I kept telling you to tell your Ember to push the lanes because that's not something your hero does. And you know, even though they had a Nyx who's like the best hero against Ember, you know, like he was still able to do it because you guys were kind of ahead the whole time. If you're behind, then that's obviously like a symptom. I mean, it's a symptom and a reason at the same time why you're behind is when your lanes are pushed to your side more, and that of course means that you're gonna have a harder time split pushing. And even if you're doing really well, if the hero on your team that's like supposed to be the lane pusher is not doing well, then he can't do his job well, and then like even though you're fully ready to hit some towers, your split push, like your lane pusher cannot get the lanes there, so your job is impossible. And that's where Anti-mage, for example, even though he is comparable to Clinkz in terms of hitting buildings, he actually pushes the lanes also because you buy Battle Fury
Right.
and you're melee. So that's where the Anti-mage dynamic is different because you rely even less on your team, and then you don't need anyone to push lanes for you. Literally, the only thing you need for your team to do is like draw the attention of the enemy.
But you do need them to give you a good start, right? Like I think
Yeah, I mean, of
Anti-mage
course, there's a lot of differences. You're melee, you actually need a Battle Fury to like reach. I mean, you need way more items than Clinkz to become a threat to buildings, for example.
Yeah.
Like with Clinkz, with Soaring Desolator, you can take a tower. With Anti-mage, like Soaring Desolator, that's not even enough money for a Battle Fury. And you need Battle Fury, you need Treads, you need Manta before you can even think about like actually committing for towers.
Yeah. Okay. So if we look at their lineup, they actually don't have much wave clear, I think.
Your last game?
Yeah.
Actually, not sure if I can still see that because okay, yeah, I can still see it only if I go back because it doesn't like show up in your game history. It's an in-house. Yeah, they don't have much very clear. I mean, their lineup is very weird, kind of disconnected, because, like, I mean, 4 heroes fit except Spectre, really. Spectre is slow paced. The other big thing is that they have 4 melee heroes, so no one to really. I mean, yeah, DK technically goes ranged, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
your lineup
do
is
you-
definitely not stronger, so
Yeah. Well, we have like some of the strongest heroes in the game.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at some of these Clinkz games that I lost. Oh, okay. I lost this game against this anti-mage. Okay, I feel like my Clinkz loses against my Clinkz has lost 2 games against anti-mage. Basically, get the advantage, and then like we got a really big advantage. We got 30. Okay, we got 25k net worth advantage, but we lost because we couldn't push high ground against. Okay, so if you check, it's the last Clinkz game that I lost. It's the most recent Clinkz game that I lost. And I think my Storm didn't do like a very good job. I don't think he should have got Ags. And there was one time where we could have killed the anti-mage, but he didn't zip properly, because I can always hex him through his Ags. I just defusal and then hex, and then Storm can connect with a pull, and like we can usually kill him.
Sorry, I'm not fighting the game. The most recent loss, 57-minute game, on 5th of September. What's the date?
Yeah. 5th of September, 57-minute game. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, so
Okay, so I feel like maybe Storm in this game, Storm should be the split pusher, but then he doesn't have a Lincoln's, so then he can get killed by the anti-mage. We had a really high, like we had a chance. We definitely raxed at least one lane, but the issue was always like they have a Nyx and they have a Invoker, so it's very hard to go high ground. And I think I got my BKB quite late.
yeah. Let's see player items.
Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe I got it quite.
37 minutes, yeah.
No, I think that's okay.
I mean, the thing is, you went for a hex here.
37 minutes was when we had our highest. We were at our highest net worth advantage.
Yeah, that's when you bought the BKB, yeah.
Yeah, and then we couldn't finish the game. I didn't even die that much. See, I only died 4 times.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I mean, you had a hex, but I'm not really sure what the reasoning of the hex was.
Well, the hex was to kill anti-mage.
But I mean, from what I see, like your team, you have basically, you're the only burst damage hero, and you have 4 heroes that benefit from long fights: Veno, AA, and Bounty especially. But I mean, Storm also kind of. But what that means is that when you hex the anti-mage, who is actually gonna bring the burst damage, like, and not to mention that there's an Omni and a Silencer on his team, so like just locking him down is not really like, okay, you lock him down with a hex, but you already have some damage issues, and then there's gonna be the global, and there's gonna be Omni, grieving him, repelling him, healing him, ulting, whatever. So I feel like the whole approach of, trying to burst the anti-mage is already like, it's already not the right approach.
Okay. But if I don't do that, I think it's very difficult for them to kill anti-mage. We just cannot kill the anti-mage.
Yeah, but the point is, it's hard to say if I don't see how the game went. But for example, if you have an MKB instead, then you actually are more of a threat to him, because he Like the moment.
Well, he got
buys-
the butterfly quite late. So
Yeah.
if you compare me and
Okay, I mean,
Anti-mage.
you got the butterfly when the game ended, basically. Okay, so never mind that. But I mean, it
So,
doesn't matter if it's
so when I had Diffusal, Deso, and so I actually did have a Diffusal. Oh, that's yeah, okay. When I got Diffusal, Deso, and Medallion and Soul Ring, he only had the Yasha Battle Fury treads.
yeah.
So I got all that 22 minutes, and then I got the Hex at 30 minutes, and he finished his Manta, and he was working on his Aghanims. So like I definitely could kill him. It was like very easy for me to kill him, but I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't find him, or like I think the lanes were always pushed to our side or something like that. You know, like I couldn't. I think if I found him during this time, I would have been able to kill him quite easily.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't because I don't think item choice is necessarily the biggest deciding factor, at least not in this case, because it's not like he did something super out of the ordinary, but it's more like how the game played out. But in general, I don't think you should be aiming to thinking so much about killing the anti-mage, because let's say anti-mage is hitting your tier 3 and you jump in with 5 heroes and then you kill him, okay, great, but then all the lanes are pushed, so it takes your team like at least, I don't know, a full minute to reach anywhere close to their base, and by that time anti-mage is almost up again. So what did you actually achieve by killing him? You see my point?
Yeah, I see your point.
Like the way you win the game is not by killing anti-mage a bunch of times, basically. And that's where I mean, I feel like from what you said, you have to have Dezo, Diffusal, and Medallion like 21 minutes. You're looking at really strong timing. So, not sure what the issue was with just going for some objectives at that point.
I think we did, and then maybe my team like died. Like I mean, look at the Veno. It's 4-12, and
I mean, but that's endgame stats. I mean, okay, look, it's kind of pointless to discuss this. If you want, we can go over the replay.
Right.
Because, I mean, it looks like a fairly... I mean, they came back, obviously, so something happened, some crucial fights, crucial decisions, blah, blah, blah.
Well, Invoker was pretty farm too. Like, if you look at the net worth, I didn't even... Storm was higher than me, and then I was second highest, and for Invoker, you know, Invoker... Yeah, we were definitely leading, but I think the Invoker spells like kept us out of the base. Like what happens? He Tornado EMP kills the creep wave, and Nyx chucks his stun, and then AA blast. Yeah, I think basically that's what happens. And then you know we don't have a creep wave, and then we have to wait for the next creep wave, and during that time, anti-mage is split pushing somewhere, and then we have to go back. You know.
But you're saying we have to wait, so that means you're sitting there with your team, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you see the issue here? Well, because the same thing would have happened or could have happened last game, but you weren't with your team. That's why. Yeah. Got some buildings.
Okay. Yeah. So I think a lot of the times maybe the creep wave gets close enough to take off the backdoor protection, and then because they've already committed their wave clear stuns, like their stuns and their spells, then I can safely get some damage onto the side tower.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright, so end of story is I need to play Clinkz more as a split pusher and be thinking I'm like not with my team. Like usually not with my team.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar. Again, it kind of depends on the heroes that the enemy team has. But generally they're gonna have like these heroes that just prevent. I mean, Invoker especially just prevents like this 5-man push against an Invoker is really, really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the hero that I do well with against Invoker for 5-man push is Juggernaut.
Yeah, because then you just ignore him. Okay, but if you want to do that with things, you buy BKB. But obviously, it has a much bigger cooldown. It's not as effective as just going through a different lane. But that's where you gotta just make use of the hero strengths. Like the hero strength is that you have this invis that makes you hasted, and you have a ton of damage against buildings just from your spells alone.
Yep. All right. Definitely improved my Clinkz game.
Yeah, and you see there, like, if you do that, because you're saying Anti-mage is split pushing, right? So if the Invoker and Nyx use their spells on that wave, then the only ones left are like Omni Silencer, but how are they gonna stop you from like hitting the
Yeah,
tower?
I when I picked Clinkz, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, he's good against, he's got good burst against Anti-mage in the early game, and then split push. It looks pretty good against the heroes that they have, like Silencer, Omni Knight. They do nothing to stop split push.
Yeah.
But then in the end, it didn't actually happen.
Yeah, because they didn't go for a split push, and that's the thing. Like AM was able to split push because you're not doing anything. But if you're going for the Rex, then suddenly, all right, either you get it or AM has to TP back, and stop you. Okay, then he TPs back, then you just back off, and then AM also stops split pushing. So, like either way, it's a good outcome. And here's again the big thing. If you're even ahead of net worth, but like let's say you're even, like your Clinkz with 10k net worth and Anti-mage with 10k net worth. Obviously, the Clinkz is gonna take buildings like 2 or 3 times as fast, because like Anti-mage is not gonna build a Desolator or yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So did you
Yeah,
wanna...
but his battle fury does pretty much the same thing.
No,
like-
it's no, not really though, because it's first of all it costs a lot more, 1,000 more.
Oh yeah.
It
Okay,
gives,
yeah, I can do it earlier.
and instead of giving minus armor, it gives splash. So yeah, it helps him kill creep
No,
waves.
but it increases his damage against buildings and structures by 40%.
No, that's for units, not buildings.
Okay. I thought it was for you.
No, if it increases damage against buildings, that'll be insane. Increases passive quell, increases attack damage against non-hero units by 60% for meta heroes.
Right. Okay. But okay. Now that I know, I know that, so why doesn't he get Maelstrom? Why doesn't he get Mjolnir instead? Because that increases his attack speed, and then his illusions will also get increased attack speed.
Well, reason Anti-mage get battle free is because naked battle free actually gives you some regen as well. I mean, the hero does really need regen. That's actually also one of the reasons why a lot of anti-mages go for a lot of games, and a lot of games you should go for Lincolns over Aghanims, even though maybe there's some cool stuff you could do with Axe Reflect and stuff. But the thing is, Axe just gives you stats. Lincolns actually gives you regen, especially mana regen. You're spamming Mantis Tower, you're spamming Abyssal, especially if you might go for the Mana Void cooldown talent. The hero does actually run out of mana, so especially if you're doing like Mana Burn is also pretty strong against Anti-mage for that reason.
Do you think Mjolnir is ever good on Anti-mage then?
Yeah, I think it can be. I mean, there was a period where that was already quite some time ago though. But when the initial secret was performed and Kuroki played carry, he would play Anti-mage and he always went Mjolnir instead of Battle Fury, and it worked out for them. It's the same concept, right? It's just
I think it pushes. I think it's clears creep waves a bit slower though.
Depends. Yeah, for an anti-mage, yeah. I think Mjolnir is the same speed, but then again, Mjolnir is obviously costs more than Battle Fury. Also, Mjolnir doesn't actually scale. Like, let's say you have Treads Mjolnir and Treads Battle Fury. Mjolnir is gonna be faster, but if you're 6-slotted, Battle Fury is gonna be faster, obviously. But then again, as you said, Mjolnir gives more damage against buildings.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't give regen. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things to consider. But yeah, the biggest thing is that a lot of anti-mages, they just want to get to that battle fury as soon as possible so that they can actually start skipping waves. Because that's the big thing that I was talking to you about. If you go for a creep wave as anti-mage between the enemy tier 2 and tier 3, without a battle fury, it takes like, I don't know, 15 seconds to kill it. It's more than enough time for people to react. With a Battle Fury, it takes 5 seconds, so even like the more farmed you are, the less seconds it takes, to the point where like it takes less time than it takes for a TP to complete, so at that point it's very, very hard to deal with.
Okay. Okay, can you go coach? I'm just gonna queue
Alright.
normal match.
Let's go.
Okay. And I'll choose anti-mage. But I don't know about. Okay, if I first pick anti-mage, there'll probably be a few counters, which will be good to play against.
Yeah.
But I think my team will be a bit upset.
Maybe. I mean, it's up to you. It's an unranked game after all. But
Yeah. Hey, Jacinta, did Caroline say she's coming back? No? Okay.
It's 5:30 already. Did she get stranded?
Should be okay. Alright. So, Anti-mage. He's pretty simple in terms of item build. If you want to fight, like kill heroes, obviously you go Basher, but a lot of times I like to go, like I like the idea of going like Assault Cuirass and just increasing your split push power.
yeah. Yeah, or my favorite is like to go Butterfly after the Manta, because that's when, assuming like in ideal timing, you get it before 30 minutes, and that's when you can. I mean, Butterfly and AC are more or less the same in terms of what they actually let your hero do. Butterfly is a bit better for illusions, I guess, because they don't benefit from the AC aura. Actually, the changes to AC kind of nerfed it for illusions if you think about it, because they put more of the attack speed into the aura and less into the item itself. And illusions, they give the aura, but they don't benefit from the aura. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
so your Butterfly gives your illusions 60 attack speed as well, whereas AC gives them, let's see,
Okay,
30.
so Butterfly's better. Yeah.
Yeah, Butterfly's better for illusions. Then again, AC actually boosts your creeps as well. So if there's even like just one creep wave, I mean that's already a bit. Would have to do the math on that. But if there's even just one creep wave, AC might end up being more damage overall. Because
No,
also,
but I think there's a lot of times where you're just hitting it yourself, like.
yeah,
no
that's
creep
the
wave.
thing. Because again, like if the creeps are coming in bottom, you probably want to blink on the top Rex, for example. So.
Yeah.
No, I mean the main reason to get AC on Anti-mage instead of Butterfly is to preemptively deal with MKBs basically. But that's again.
So if you think they're gonna go MKB, then you just go AC instead of Butterfly.
Yeah, if they have heroes that can like comfortably fit it into their build, or especially if there's already a reason for them to go MKB, like there's some other kind of evasion on your team, evasion or mischance. Especially then, you should definitely go for AC instead of Butterfly.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, again, I agree with you there. Like I like that more in terms of you increase your like the tower killing potential. So you force more. You're faster pushing, so make it harder for them to react. And take that approach instead of trying to be like enter team fights. But again, it's very depends on a lot of things.
So, okay, we talked about already that heroes that are good against split push are good against anti-mage. So Nyx, Spirit Breaker, Disruptor, Kunkka.
Yeah, the thing is though, some of them are easier to itemize against than others. Again, like Disruptor, I wouldn't even say is probably like the weakest of all, because you're getting Manta anyway, and Manta's already kind of counters them. Like if you get rid of the vision thing, you blink out, you doesn't have vision to glimpse
Right.
you.
Okay.
Kunkka, obviously one of the better ones because yeah, you need a BKB basically, or a Lincoln's, but again you're not Lincoln's at the earliest. You get it after the Manta, and that's already, let's say, at least 25 minutes in at the best.
10 seconds.
And
Yeah.
by then he could have Lincoln's Breaker or someone else on his team. So
5 seconds.
Yeah.
and the same
Okay.
goes for Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Remaining.
And then there's Nyx, who does not get countered by Lincoln's. So, and again, another reason why Nyx is so good is because of the mana burn. In fact, I would say Lincoln's is still really good against Nyx just for the mana regen aspect, because you need mana regen against that hero.
Yeah.
If you have only Battle Fury as your mana regen item, and use your Manta in a fight, maybe use your ult, use a couple of blinks, 1 mana burn and you're sitting at 0, and that's just, even if you like regen a little bit enough to like blink out again and be out of the fight, you're still gonna be sitting on enough mana for 1-2 blinks. You don't
Yeah.
have mana
You
for
can't.
Manta.
You can't do what you normally want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So again, a couple heroes that burn mana in this way, like reliably. So against them, you probably won't Lincolns usually.
Oh, like
OD.
Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, Keeper, OD.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet.
Alright.
Okay, here we have a PA counter.
Yeah, another hero that's
Okay, and we have ES, who's pretty good against Anti-mage too. I think so.
Yeah, somewhat. But then again, we talk about like Shaker is good against everyone, but at least Anti-mage completely ignores the Fisher block aspect.
Right. Okay, Slardar's good against me too.
Yeah, but yeah, again, I would say definitely not the worst Anti-mage game or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not an easy Anti-mage game, that's for sure. Like, if you see these heroes, I wouldn't say, okay, let's go Anti-mage. Obviously not, but it's not like, well, you can't win this. Chen is actually also kind of good, just because he, supports early push, which is what you don't want to deal with as an AM.
Yep. Okay, so I'm probably just gonna go Tangos, Salve, and 2 Slippers.
Yeah, that's the standard. Maybe even double Tango instead of Tango Solve might be better.
Prepare for
They don't really have
Is that
any...
because they don't have bursts?
Yeah, they don't have bursts, so it's just gonna be constant harass.
Right. Okay. I saw Arteezy get Quelling Blade after Battle Fury.
Yeah, I mean... Sure, it's 200 gold for 24 damage. I mean, I would
I
rather...
think it's good.
Personally, I would rather get a Blightstone if you're gonna, get some small value item. Because Blightstone actually, boosts your damage against buildings.
But it doesn't boost your damage against creeps,
It
like
does.
the...
Not the cleave,
No,
but the
yeah, not the
main
cleave.
one.
Yeah.
But the main one it does, so...
I think 2 armors, like 10% or something? Like 10%?
It's, I mean, yeah, 12. Like, one armor is 6% generally.
So what do I do here? Do I just run?
Yeah, I mean, they're just stronger. Like, it's not really worth it for you to. Like, it's a risk. Even if you fight, you might still not get the bounty, but you're gonna lose half your HP at least. Because you don't have the style shoot. So yeah, they have a pretty good lane at contesting you. I mean, that's the kind of lanes you usually want against anti-mage. 2 melee, tanky guys with high damage, high armor. Last night I played anti-mage.
He's gonna try and pull the.
So yeah, you can like run like this and pull his creeps into yours. Maybe. I don't know, he just... Okay. Not sure what that was about. So, okay, number 1 objective is don't tank hits before you get your PMS.
Okay.
He actually used most of his mana on Slaughter. Because he anticipates, you know, you mana burning them. Pretty important to know the exact mana costs of their spells as an anti-mage on the lane, so you know exactly, like, let's say, if I hit him once here, can he still use the spell or not? Again, I played against an Omni Treant lane, and I wasn't 100% clear on the Omni heal mana costs. So, like, I checked and I was, like, surprised. I thought, oh, if I hit him here, he doesn't have it, but he actually did, so... That's, like, something important to know. A is giving you an opening to buy the PMS here.
Middle is missing.
Void even got a Blightstone. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say here. It's gonna be a rough lane, but mid is, for example, Razor against PA, so the Razor should destroy her, so that's going your way. They're just putting emphasis on slowing you down, but yeah. So if you click on the Slaughter now, 120 mana, you burn 28
Yeah,
hits.
I think he takes.
You
I think he takes 9.
Now you can click on him, it takes 80, 95, 105, 115, so... so basically right now you need 3 hits before he has no mana to cast it. So I would say don't commit. Like if you hit him, just like try to hit him and take a step back. Should expect him to stun. Okay, now use the stun. So now you have a bit of a window to... It looks like an AA is handling things.
First blood. First blood. And you had better
It's an
get
offlane
used to
DK
it.
here.
So I don't think I should get mana shield here. I should get the mana break, the first one.
Yeah,
Break that.
for sure. Yeah, that was a good blink. If you
Oh, I'm really good against Void in the lane, because he can't.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose his mana and he can't blink back.
I actually would have killed him if A used Chain Touch earlier, but oh well. Yeah, this is where it needs to happen a pull. If A doesn't do it, you can do it. So you only spent half your region and you're already sitting like pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it
spots.
looks like I'm doing pretty good. I think I traded with the Slardar there because no one else could hit me.
Middle is missing.
This A is pretty smart. I think he knows.
Yeah,
doing a lot of-
he's doing what he should do. Yeah.
Double damage.
Bad support can like not just not help you, but can actually make the lane harder for you. But yeah.
Okay, so now it's getting. Now I just try to get the creeps, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Keep an eye on the Ursa clap cooldown. That's not gonna come off cooldown many times.
Should I try and kill this troll? Or is
No,
I'm gonna take too much
you're
damage?
gonna take 300 damage in the process.
I actually like this range creep getting pulled here so I can deny and get the XP.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so these guys are... Okay, I did really well there. Dodged the stun.
Yeah, Void is now out of mana. One hit, so starter can't stun. It even counts those animation there.
Middle is missing. Middle is missing.
Would you have bought the Ring of Health because I ran out of regen?
Yeah, thinking about it a little bit.
Middle is
It's...
missing.
I don't know, I think this is fine because you actually stronger at farm
So what did
quicker.
you learn here?
Blink. It's time to start maxing blink.
Middle is missing.
The thing is
A
with
lot
the
of games,
with the treads you
I
actually
think I
force
don't-
one lane, so you don't what?
I don't learn Blink early enough.
Middle is missing.
Yeah, I mean
Like-
people have preference. Some people actually take a third point in the mana burn. Personally, I think 2 is enough, and I like to max the blink early because again, might actually be the difference between living or dying.
Okay, so you're saying one Blink is not enough to survive?
No, I mean, it depends on the gank, right? It's just what's the point of maxing mana break earlier? It doesn't make you farm faster. I mean, yeah, it makes you farm faster, but the difference is like super marginal. Might shave off 1 hit for certain creeps. Like less than, I don't know, 20% of the creeps actually have that much mana, where it's gonna make a difference. And lane creeps, for example, don't have mana, so...
Okay, I have no regen now. Thanks. Okay, I've seen Burning not get mana burn here. Not get ulti.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, like, you don't... Level 1 ult is extremely weak. Like, let's say right now, if Void is sitting at 0 mana, and you ult him, you're gonna deal... like 100 and... I don't know... 120 damage? Before reductions, so 100 damage, that's like 2 right clicks. Another, like, possible variation you can do with Anti-mage is if you... I mean, at this point he's so low though, like, you can, might as well skill it. But you can kill him without too. Possible variations here is to get, like, some of the Vlad's components before the Battle Fury. Like, some people get the headdress, a little bit of extra regen.
Sometimes I skip Vlad's. It's not really good to skip Vlad's, right?
So, yeah, I mean, sometimes you can skip it entirely. This game, a lot of physical damage, so I think it's probably a good idea to have it. If you're in a free lane, then like sometimes I like to get the Basilius before the Battle Fury, so I can pressure the tower easier. But usually you just wanna...
So what's the I mean, the purpose of Vlad's is so I have more sustain, right?
Yeah, so you can farm ancients, you're always full HP, and it gives you armor.
The way I think about it is that the way I think about it is I send myself a lot of selves instead of getting. I like send like 3 selves and that's enough.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. It depends. I mean, like there's no right or wrong, you know, with this kind of stuff. It's just if like depending on what option you choose, you can afford to do different things. I mean that's about it. Like.
Okay.
If you have no Vlads and you don't have solves or the queries in use, then you should not go for ancients because then you'll drop low. But then you can just go for something else instead. And if you do have Vlads, then you should try to farm more ancients because.
Well, it seems like Vlad's is good this game because it gives me armor, and
but yeah,
I need armor, I guess.
That's the other thing. Like it gives you armor against their heroes. They're mostly physical, so you know later on, you're not gonna sell the Vlads for quite a bit. So I don't think you should get it before the battlefield though. Or I'm not sure why you queued it up here.
I was gonna maybe try the Basilius because I feel like it will give me an edge in this lane.
Mm-hmm.
Denied.
So they didn't actually do very well.
I mean, if you wanna try it, try it. But yeah, so like later on, you know, that 4 armor from Vlad's might, you know, end up being a difference maker between you know, dying in the corner or not dying in the corner. Or in a slaughter stone or whatever. Yeah, so this is where, because he stayed in the lane so long, could have actually maybe taken a 3rd point and a mana break, but it's again not the biggest difference. He actually had was missing 5 mana for the chrono there. But I don't think they had kill potential on you anyway. So there's 4 heroes now, this is where you probably want to use your TP scroll and go mid.
And go mid.
Yeah.
The prize is mine.
So I should get the shield here, but they're mostly.
Yeah, again, there's not a whole lot of magic, so
Your top tower is under attack.
it's up to you. The shield doesn't increase that much, so yeah, I think if I had to try to be objective, it's probably more likely that the mana break helps you than that the shield helps you in a given situation.
Invisibility.
Because their only magic now is just shaker spells and
Should I hit this guy? I think I should hit this.
yeah, why not?
Your top tower is under
Okay, when he commits his blink, that's when you blink out.
Tower has fallen.
Okay, so they're pushing bottom.
Yeah, this is fine. This is
I
where you
think I
probably
should
want to
send
run back
myself
top.
south.
Get ready to run back top because they probably will leave top, the enemy team,
The enemy's
to deal with bottom.
tower has fallen.
Or maybe they keep going. Okay. Looks like they're gonna keep going, so maybe run bottom instead then.
I can't really help them.
Yeah. If they kill her, they're gonna kill her without you.
Don't believe this.
Okay, I get 150 HP here.
Again, it's a preference thing. Like a lot of good anti-mage players, like anti-mage talents in general. Like there's no
Lightning strike.
build that everyone goes for. Like different players have different preferences. I've seen both from a lot. I think generally though, if you, I mean that's pretty obvious, right? If you're really gonna avoid fights a lot, then it doesn't really make sense to get the HP because you're not gonna be tanking anything anyway.
Yeah.
If you're just farming and split pushing and stuff, then probably the damage is better.
Dire structures are fortified.
if you are planning to join fights somewhat soon, then I'd say HP is better. I guess, yeah, like against like heavy physical damage, where like if you die, you probably die regardless of if you had 150 bonus health or not. And you're basically gonna dodge fights, then probably damage is better. And if you pick anti-mage against like in a quote-unquote good anti-mage game where they have like, you know, this Zeus, this Venal, basically heroes that your spell shield is really effective against, so you want to fight, that's probably the game where you go for the HP, because also they're like int heavy heroes, which means your mana break will be, you know, giving you damage for quite a while.
Yeah.
It will scale, so you don't really need that much damage from your items or talents, rather.
Yeah. Okay, I think I heard PA top. Oh my god. Did you see that?
I was just actually tapping at that moment. I missed that part.
I died.
PA killed you? I mean,
Yeah,
Did
well,
she-
pretty much I went... Dragon Knight came, and I went on PA, and then PA, like, Blink Strike me, and then she ran away after Dragon Knight breathed fire, and then I blinked after her to body block, so Dragon Knight could get Dragon Tail off, but she crit me, and I just died.
okay, so blinking after someone to body block and secure a kill, that's not really something that you should do as an anti-mage. Again, it's not about whether that works out or not, it's just putting yourself in risk to get a kill is never worth it. Like, your mindset should be that
Radiant structures are full.
if the action involves, you know, risk of you dying, then it's not a good action. That's can't really put it more simple than that.
Power has fallen.
And you know, it's like regardless of the potential good outcome, if it's a kill or if it's 3 kills or if it's Roche or if it's Rex, like shouldn't involve you dying.
Okay. I feel like my Battle Fury timing is actually a bit bad this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably largely to that death because you guys have taken 3 towers and your lane went pretty decently.
Okay, I should have blinked earlier, so she couldn't blink straight after me.
Yeah, I mean, your team is also playing kind of weird, like very separated. But yeah, you have the Battle Free now, so start accelerating.
Catch us if you can.
No blink, no mana on Slaughter. I don't know if you clicked on him, but
The prize is mine.
no, we don't want to go on him. There's other hero there. It's super pointless.
Yeah.
Mid.
Okay, I need to go mid.
Yeah. They don't have
Okay,
blink
so
on
I wanna-
Slaughter. They don't have blink on Shakers, so this is the point where you can start cutting waves. Because PA will be looking to do this, be aggressive. But if you're next to their base, she has to run all the way back. And by the time she gets to you, you can be somewhere else.
Okay, so where can I cut waves?
Well, for example, between the tier 2 and the tier 3s. Okay, so this is really bad.
Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh,
So that is not cutting waves, that's tanking enemy ancients.
Okay, between the tier 2 and tier 3. Okay, right. But I feel that's so dangerous because it's like they have so much vision of me, and if I blink, they're gonna still see me, you know.
Oh, you're not
But,
gonna
okay,
do it if all the enemy team is hidden. You're gonna do it when they show.
Okay, but why do I need it? Okay, I need to do that because, I
Because
need to do that because PA is gonna be pressuring.
okay,
me.
see what happened when PA jumped you mid? Like,
Yeah, I
she
had to
jumped
get-
you had to get out. So you get out, and what does PA do? She hits the tower, because she's next to the tower. If
Yeah.
you're next to their base, she jumps you, blink out, what does PA do? She needs to spend 15 seconds walking to whatever the next thing she wants to do is.
Yeah. Okay, Slaughter's got blink now.
Radiant structures are
So is it the time where I can't creep skip anymore?
No, if anything you should still do it, because again, like
enemies.
let's say you see the script by bottom, right?
Yeah.
They'll expect you to go there. So if you read their movement, and you know they're gonna be running there, or maybe setting up a trap waiting for you to be there.
The enemies
Okay, now not anymore the case because you see where your team is, so there's no way that they're behind your team. This was a bad play because now it was obvious that they're all in their base because the lanes are pushed in and your team was next to their base.
Right.
But yeah, it's about like reading where it's likely that they are. Also, here I don't know why you bought the Sage's Mask instead of the Ring of Protection. Because if you bought the Ring of Protection, you could now finish the Vlads from the side shop, and you wouldn't have to wait for the courier.
Oh, I was dying, so I just bought as much as I could.
Okay. But yeah.
Okay, so now lanes look pretty decent.
So now you have that ward top, and you have a ward bottom, both their jungles. You see one hero Void, so what do you think they're likely to be doing right now? If you look at their heroes, they have a Slaughter.
They're likely to be around Void.
They have a look where Chen is moving. They have a Slaughter, and they have a PA with Dezo.
They're looking for me.
Or they could be roshing because the map is really good at rosh.
Okay. Okay, so now they're fighting. I want to avoid this, right?
Yeah, and so you're basically in the worst possible spot because you're right next to the fight.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, they just killed a teammate. Like, okay, you don't see anyone. Actually, okay, no, it's fine to formations. 'Cause I didn't notice the creeps were so far out. They already scouted you. Get out.
So would you take the blink here
Now-
or the
now
attack
they're
speed?
Definitely roshing. I'll take blink. Yeah, they're definitely roshing now. This is where you want to make sure you're pushing a lane. So this is what I was saying, like when they have those heroes, it's pretty obvious that they want to go for early rosh. PA is a basher, I don't know if you noticed. Okay, now's the time to go for top Rex. I mean, the fight's already lost anyway, even if you're there. But at least you might force someone back. So this is where you don't need to look at yourself hitting creeps. You need to click on enemy heroes, see who has TP, see what items they have. Shaker, for example, does not have a blink. Void has a TP, but no mana. PA has TP and backpack. Slaughter has TP. Only Chen TP'd back, so why are you running away? How is Chen gonna stop you from pushing?
Yeah.
Tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
But I don't know now because I can't see.
You see the Shaker. Yeah.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so now is a good time to kill this mid wave that's coming. Because again, you see the PA in the Void.
Middle tower is under
See, it would be bad to go top, because if Slaughter stuns you and they TP, you're dead. But here, there's nowhere to TP close enough. Even if Slaughter stuns you, you just run away. Okay, now you can run to them and maybe finish off the PA. She's literally 10 HP. Okay, they got her. They got her, yeah.
She got Aegis. She got Aegis. Do I go for this? I don't think I go for this.
No, Razor is dead now, yeah. No, I only meant like if you can get a free kill on the Aegis, but they already got her, so you're not killing her from full, obviously. So now run. I really don't know why you stayed after the Fisher. That was super risky. Don't blink on the shrine now. Right, that was again. If someone TP there, you'll be dead. You could easily blink on any other direction.
Yeah. I didn't think I would die there for some reason. I just thought Chen and
But you didn't see the void on the PA though. Okay, now you see them. You can hit this guy. Oh, okay. That's the... I mean, she got first hit crit, first hit bash. That's pretty sad.
yeah.
But yeah, you interacted with the treads.
No, the thing is, I should have maybe blinked. Can I dodge that? Maybe I can dodge that.
The dagger, no, I can't. But if you might create enough distance, I mean, that's why you go for the blink cooldown talent. If you blink to the full opposite direction, you might make enough time for a second blink before she reaches you. Yeah, what you could do there is, I mean, it's kind of hard to expect the PA to come from that side, but yeah. If you see the Chen running, you just blink in the trees, reevaluate the
Okay, so
situation.
I'm gonna respawn. I don't TP because I need to save that, right?
Yeah,
and
of
then
course, you just blink top and run top. Alright, but however, Staro just died, so that means he was alone. There was no backup, so there could be someone waiting top. Yeah, there's the PA.
PA top.
And the Chen, yeah. So, but don't hit neutrals now, go mid. Because your team is gonna go top, and you can use that time to push mid.
Right, I understand now. Instead of me hanging around there, my team will move there, and then okay, my Dragon Knight's not moving there.
Yeah, I mean, he should, but... Alright, now...
So Chen, now I'm
You wanna
in
farm-
danger.
Yeah, but this is the dangerous... I would go to your jungle.
Yeah, I don't know why Dragon Knight's there by himself. Okay, he's got a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, you can kill the top wave, you see heroes. Again, really prioritize killing creep waves over neutrals. If there's a creep wave nearby that you can kill...
Oh, God.
Okay, now you need to be defensive till this expires. It's not that long. If there's a creep wave that you can kill, that's always better than neutral, because it slows down whatever the enemy wants to do. This was a waste of time because Mirana killed those. You could run to the left instead. Like all these little moments where it's like a couple second difference. But
Yeah.
it's like again that's what decides the game in the end.
Yeah, I know, especially with Anti-mage, I can totally feel it.
Okay, here you TP'd, but no one was actually after you. So now you're bottom and you're stuck without a TP, and enemies have all their TPs ready. You don't see anyone.
But there's no...
And they saw you TP bottom, so they know that, alright, if you're gonna push lane, it's gonna be bottom. They didn't react accordingly. Because what they could do now when they see you waste your TP like that is they all run to you.
Oh my...
Yeah, like I said, they see you TP bottom. Not only, I mean, if they're paying attention, even if you TP in the fog, they'll still notice because you were just top and suddenly you're bottom. So they'll still know that you TP'd. But not just that, but you TP'd in vision. So if you're stuck bottom without a TP, all they have to do is walk bottom and like they force you away. That's why you need to use the TP after the enemies ran to you.
Okay. Alright, but the reason why I went bottom is because the creep wave was at the tower.
Yeah, the tower is full HP and there was 3 range creeps. Like the tower is not in danger of dying, and there was not a creep wave there. And even then, like it's, I would rather have someone else do it. Like your team also has TP scrolls.
Okay, so now I don't TP out.
But see what
okay.
happens? Like you die and boom, you lose the tower. Even though the reason you went there was to save the tower, but actually what happened is you lost the tower because you went there. Ultimately, and you died in the process.
Okay.
Actually, this is pretty good practice against PA because PA doesn't show on the minimap, so it kind of forces you to, you know, move your screen a lot.
Click there.
Tower is under
Yeah.
attack. Bottom tower has fallen.
Again, it really sucks that I can't see what you're clicking. Yeah, if you had Manta here, you could deal some damage to the tier 3, but you don't yet, so no point. So when you don't see anyone and you're at the enemy woods, you want to avoid using Blink, or else you just die like you died earlier at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because again, like, even though that was the whole thing was a bad move, blah blah, bad TP and etc., like, if you don't just use your Blink like that, you still probably don't die.
Okay, I should start heading top.
Yes. Again, though, you don't see anyone in the woods, be careful. Strength res as you walk up the cliff, just in case. I mean, it should just become a habit.
Oh, there's PA there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got lucky, if you got some crit bash action, you might just be dead. You can cut trees
Okay.
now. I'm not sure why you don't cut that tree and walk further.
Right. Okay, but I can't go out there because PA might be around. Oh, I feel.
You can hit twice and blink out. Because if she's around, she's gonna start running down with you. Okay. Now you see that PA is mid.
Could be illusion.
Well, no, because she's like throwing spells and shit. So imagine you were farming jungle all this time. Like now you kind of in a terrible spot because they're just pushing high ground and you're gonna lose Rex. But because you actually did, again, it could have been a little bit better, but you are doing the right split push. You are actually in time to trade. And because they were pushing earlier, it's actually lower HP than your tower, so yeah, this is great. So now again, look at what they're doing. PA got sent home by Chen. I don't know if you got that. So careful, PA. You can Manta dodge the dagger though.
Should I go back?
You don't have Manta, so there's no point going back. Yeah, so this was bad. Like, that Manta did literally nothing. You had a couple of plays there. You can hit the Rex, and when she daggers you, use Manta to Manta dodge it. Buy yourself some time. Or you TP back and you fight with the Manta. But if you spend your Manta, then you can't really
Do
fight.
I get evasion here?
No, stats.
I think I go top again.
You don't know where the PA is, that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was a bash and a crit, yeah. So you blinked into the PA there, that was, yeah. And it's not really like it was hard to expect her coming from there.
Yeah,
Because she
you're
was
right.
top just now.
Yeah, you're right. So much.
And again, like, it's on your side of the map, right? Like, Slaughter is dead. 3 heroes are close to your high ground. So what does, like, PA was sent home to defend, and now what does PA want to do? She wants to run
Get
back
back
to her
to the
team to
fire.
push, right?
Yeah.
So imagine, instead of sitting next to the enemies, next to PA's team, that PA wants to run to anyway, imagine you went for the next wave that was coming mid, towards their base. So now PA has to choose, do I again go after the Anti-mage so it doesn't kill the wave, or do I run to my team so we can actually push?
Yeah.
And then you make her choose.
Okay.
But because you ran to her team,
Okay.
PA
I'm
had,
coming back now. So
Yeah.
what do I do?
yeah, I mean now it's
Bottom?
kind of hard because you don't really have that much time. I think you should try to fight here. Shaker's low mana. If you blink Manta on him, maybe burn his mana, ult, you kill him. Probably. Don't know if there's Chrono or not. He has Ags, probably there is. Your team is kind of dead, so
Can I go now?
looking rough. Yeah. Ulting. Okay, you can ult avoid too. You waited way too long with ult there. Like he was sitting on 100 mana, so one hit then you ult. But you hit like 3 times with each hero illusion. Okay, this is super scary. If PA is here, you're just dead instantly. Like that blink was.
Okay.
So the game is not lost yet. You just lost 2 racks. It just got a lot harder. But again, we need to. Again, you're running towards the creep wave that 2 of your allied heroes are hitting, like for no reason. That creep wave is dead anyway. They're already there, and you waste your time going to it. So you could be going to another creep wave.
Should I be going bottom?
Yeah, that's probably it. Not bad. Just gotta be careful with. Okay, Mirana's already running to that wave, so you get the next one. And there are like some subtleties, like for example, the way you kill the wave here, right? So these trees were blocking your vision. So if you pull the wave a little bit like this, then you actually see this whole area as well. And there was no one there, but if there was, like,
掉了，没有，差点。
Yeah, I understand.
哎
Yeah,
呀
okay.，
忘记了，有我这个真是不知道把这个拿。
So what do I do now? It's all black.
The prize is
yeah, just
fun.
keep trying to kill waves without dying. That's basically, you see the PA. So Void is probably alone. You could probably jump and burn his mana. No, this is bad. I mean, you used it already, but this is a bad manta. Like, it's a double mega wave. Your manta's not gonna kill it, and without your manta, you can't jump the void. I mean, you can, but you're not gonna do anything.
Okay, you're right.
And so you use your manta to kill 2 range creeps. Like, yeah. And again, it was a wave that your Mirana was already gonna kill. You can jump him anyway. He's gonna time delete, and then you pop manta to remove it. Okay, he actually just used scroll. Alright. So you achieved something. Your team realizes that, okay, we should not run to the lane where Anti-mage already is.
Okay, I see
Okay.
PA.
Blink forward, fast. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of now, there's no chrono, and you see the rest of the team.
Yeah.
So, okay, now we don't see PA. A little bit scared.
But
Now you see her again. She's under the ward. So. Yeah. I mean, they're kind of like diving base and stuff, and you're not. Like, item wise, you just cannot fight your items compared to their items. So I don't have like a whole lot of options here.
should I manta here?
Yeah. Hit him, so at least he has no mana to stun you again. I mean, the game is kind of over now. Okay, I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So, I really noticed, like, to sum up the mistakes, it's basically, again, like, that's why Anti-mage is pretty nice to learn and stuff, because it's quite simple. Like, you just look at the score, you have 5 deaths. Those are basically the 5 mistakes to look at.
你这个电脑要不要说一下？
Yeah.
Because every single death has like a giant impact. Like I told you, it's not about. I mean, it is about you losing gold and you losing gold by spending time not.
But it's
farming.
the lane pressure. Like,
But
you
yeah,
cannot get that. You gotta slowly get that equilibrium back. Or
Exactly.
get that back.
And again, also where you die, because you never died at their base. You always died next to your tower, which means as soon as you die, you lose a tower right after. Like.
Okay, but what would be the next item here? Would it be butterfly or would it be basher?
Butterfly or Lincolns, I would say. Probably butterfly better at that point because I mean I've gone on the Lincolns maybe a bit. If it was a bit sooner, you could maybe like, because with the Lincolns, you know, the PA can't really jump you like that, or you at least you dispel the dagger or the slaughter ult. Butterfly probably better though because you actually just pressure, like you become more of a threat for buildings earlier. But yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, the item wouldn't have changed that much. It was again just about. And also they got 2 Roches, during the first Roche, you were farming Ancients. Of course it's scary because you don't see them, but that's what I was like hinting at. Because I was like telling you, okay, they have a Slaughter and a PA with Dezo. And they're all missing, like, what do they probably want to do? So that's where you want to kind of like read the situation and... Yeah.
We were actually ahead.
Yeah. No, it's not like your team played it ideally either, but it was definitely like winnable from a solo anti-mage perspective. It's just those decks like slow down your timing so much, and you lost so much ground that. I mean, you got the Manta at 32 minutes. Like that's, I think, like getting Manta after 30 minutes is already. It's not really an anti-mage game. I mean, if you still win, then it's because some other weird stuff happened. But obviously, in a standard game, the timing you're looking for is definitely before 25, at the latest. And that's with the Vlads. If you skip the Vlads, you should get the Manta like 23, maybe 22, 21. I don't know. It depends on other stuff, of course. It depends on how many towers your team is getting. It depends on how many kills you're getting.
Yeah.
With that being said, of course, this is a, like I mentioned, hero matchup wise, not the best anti-mage game. So yeah. That doesn't mean you couldn't have won. Obviously, again, you could have easily won it. Just it meant you had to commit more to split push.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, well.
Yeah, that's a bit more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
If my all the time I paid for is used up, then just let me know. I don't know how much I have left, and I'll just pay for more.
I'll write it on Skype. It's always easier, so I can actually remember later too.
Okay.
Alright. Well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We can. I'll let you know when we can go next week. Let's just say, or next week actually I can't because I'm going to an event. I'm flying to a different state, and I won't have a computer, and I'll be busy, so I can't tomorrow. I can't next week. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, just let me know the dates, yeah, and we'll decide.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right.
See you then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Gonna take a break now and have some scrims and officials later, so probably not gonna be streaming anymore today. Not that weren't many streams lately, but just been really busy playing with teams and stuff, so sorry about that. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.